Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Got the D-Man here, and I'm glad you could join me today. Smash that like button, subscribe before we get started here, or you will forget. Okay, today's topic is going to be danger. Are you dangerous? And what do I mean by dangerous? Well, what I really mean is, do you live an exciting life? Is your life adventurous? Or is your life boring, stupid, and glum, and you wish it were a little more dangerous and exciting and adventurous? Well, only you can do something about that. I have lived quite an adventurous, dangerous life, and I've always been able to attract women, and I didn't realize that that is kind of what attracts women, a man who is dangerous. That's why you see these guys that are just getting out of jail and they're riding their Harley, and the women flock to them because they're dangerous, they're exciting. A woman would rather be with a dangerous, exciting man than a boring, glum, steady, dependable man. I've actually played both parts in my life, and I had less trouble with women. I had no trouble with women when I was the Harley riding, dangerous, fighting, drug using, partying guy. The women chased me. And then when I became about 30, I thought, well, I need to settle down and treat women with respect. And I'm not saying you should disrespect women, but I thought I should treat women differently than I had been treating them. And there were certain parts about the way I treated them in the past that I needed to change. But I threw the baby out with the bathwater, as we say here in the U.S. I just got rid of everything because I looked back on my life and I thought, man, the way I treated people and the way I treated women was terrible. I'm going to become the man that society tells me I need to be a good man for a woman, to be a good partner, to be a good husband and father. Well, that was 3 divorces ago, and I lost everything, twice, I think. And guess what? When I was living the life of the Chad, I think they call it, or the player, whatever term they use now, the G, I never lost anything. Isn't that amazing how that works? But when I tried to be what society says that you should be, the good man who goes to work, who's dependable, he's home every night, he takes care of the kids, he loves his wife, he's there for her. If she needs him, he's there. If she's pregnant, he runs and gets her something to eat at the store, some special thing she wants because she has these cravings. I mean, I don't know if I ever did that, but you get the point. And all of these women lost respect for me and started treating me, started devaluing me, treating me disrespectfully, and I think they eventually all cheated on me. Now, why is that? Now, before, when I was living the life of the Chad, the exciting, party, adventurous man, traveling the country on my Harley, getting in fights, I was a worker, I did work. Had many women, had steady girlfriends, one time had a wife, a steady girlfriend, a not so steady girlfriend, plus other girls I was sleeping with. Never had problems with women, except they would get mad because I wasn't around enough. They would chase me. They would wait for me for hours. Okay, but if you ask any woman if that's what she wants, she will tell you no, most women. There might be a small percentage that tell you that they are very attracted to a man like that. Okay, so how does that work? So I turn around and I be the man that I actually grew up hearing that you needed to be a good man with women and to have a family, and all 3 of them cheated on me. Now, isn't that amazing? Huh? Now, I will say this, when they started cheating on me or started disrespecting me, I did walk away from them, and then as time passed, they all wanted to come back to me. I've walked away from probably 4, well, they're not too beautiful now, but when they were with me, they were. But they started that party life, and it really wears fast on a woman. I don't know why, but it seems to wear faster on a woman than it does on a man. It really, and unfortunately, a woman really, unless she's got something under the hood, she relies a lot on her appearance. So when they start smoking and drinking and doing drugs, I've seen some women that were beautiful within a year or two. They, it's really sad. They just look bad. It really takes a toll on them. But if you live the fast life, you're going to age fast. That's just the way it is. I partied a lot until I was 30 years old, but I worked out, I took care of myself, and I'm a man, obviously, so it doesn't quite wear and tear on you as much as it does on a woman. I don't know why, because men are physically stronger and they're able to take more abuse. That would just be my opinion. I'm not quoting anything scientific, but that's just the way it is. So take a look at your life. Now, you don't have to be the dope smoking, drug using, alcohol drinking person that I was before I was 30 to pick up women. But the point I'm making here is your life boring? Do you think if you're a steady, dependable man and give your girlfriend or wife security that she's going to respect and honor you? Well, it makes perfect logical sense, but it doesn't work that way. She may respect and honor you, but she's not going to desire you. You got to have a backbone. You got to be strong. You got to be able to take off on an adventure. You got to be able to risk. And risk, a lot of guys won't risk because they say, well, I got a family. What happens if it doesn't work out? Do you think these guys that set off on ships back in the 1400s, 1600s to discover a new world were, they were concerned about their family, but they took off and left their family for 6 months, a year, years even at a time, not knowing if they were going to come back. Or they went to war for years at a time, not knowing if they were going to come back, leaving their families. Of course, some of them had to go to wars and some of them went voluntarily. These were men. Now we're afraid to what? Ride our bicycle without a helmet? Come on. I mean, you got to take some risks in life. You're so safe, you're boring. No woman wants to be with you. Live a little dangerously. Have a little adventure in your life. Take a chance on falling down and scratching your knee because you don't have your knee pads on. I mean, that's it. Safety is a killer of life, really. I'm not saying you shouldn't be safe, but I'm saying that you need to have a little more adventure, a little more risk, a little more daring in your life, and you will feel more alive. Why do you think people do bungee jumping? Why do you think people jump out of airplanes? Why do you think people hang glide? Because they want to feel alive. Some of the men that were in Vietnam, and it may be true of World War II also, felt more alive when they were in country, in action, than they did when they came back over here. There's something about being close to death or risking your life that makes you feel more alive here. Every time I got in the boxing ring, you never know if you're going to get out alive. I mean, you assume you're going to, but there were times when I went home after working out in the gym. I worked out with some tough guys, pro fighters ranked in the top 10 in the world, amateur fighters ranked in some of them. One of them was #1 in the nation, but they were good, better than me when I started. I would go home sometimes and lay down and wonder if I was going to wake up in the morning because I would take such beatings sometimes when I first started, okay? Not knowing whether you're going to make it or not. I remember one time I drove home and I had this big white flash in front of my eye because I worked out with this heavyweight and he knocked me down. Son of a gun, he hit me hard. I didn't know if that was going to go away, and that was one of the nights I wondered if I was going to wake up. I would go to sleep and my nose was so swelled up that I would wake up in the morning, my tongue was cracked because it dried out because I couldn't breathe through my nose. Now, you may think, oh man, I wouldn't want to do something like that. Well, you don't have to do that. The point I'm making is when you wonder if you're going to make it through life, it actually makes you enjoy life more and you feel more alive. And once again, that's why a lot of women were attracted to me, because I lived a dangerous life, an exciting life. And there are many other things and stories I could tell you about how I lived my life. And as I said, you don't have to be quite that dangerous, or you could be more dangerous if you like. It's your choice. But if you're boring, girls don't want to hang around with you. I'll give you another example. I stay busy from the time I get up in the morning till I go to bed at 9, 10 o'clock at night, okay? I'm busy. I always have something going on. My life is still pretty exciting today. I won't go into the stories, but I had a girlfriend from, she lived in South America, Colombia. Now I would go down to visit her, and we would just spend the weekend in the hotel, go out and eat, and just, I would relax, okay? But to her, she would get bored because she wanted to do something. Now, she's a young girl. She's 20, just turned 21 now. That was a year or two ago. I went out with her for about a year and a half. Okay, but for me, it's like, look, honey, I come down here, I run my butt off all week for a month, and I come and see you. I just want to relax. Okay, so you need a woman that's going to be understanding of that. Now, she's out, this girl was running all the time anyway, partying and carrying on, okay? But the point I'm making is, you need a woman that's going to understand that you're a man and you have an adventurous life and you just want to relax sometimes. So when I would go there, I just wanted to relax. I didn't want to go out party. I didn't want to run. I didn't want to do all that crazy stuff, okay? I needed that time to recharge, and I wanted to do it with her. So that caused a problem between us too. Now, when I first started going out with her, she wasn't into the partying, but she got into it after about 3 or 4 months. And we stayed together a little over a year, and then eventually I had to walk away from her because it just wasn't, I was being drugged down, okay? And it takes a lot of energy to do what I do. I have several businesses. I have 6 children I'm raising by myself. And what else? I'm writing another book. I just finished the one book and got it published, and I'm writing another book. So I need a woman that's going to support and encourage me, not try to drag more energy out of me. I mean, I like to do things. I traveled with her to Paris, and we went to Aruba and Cancun and different places like that. But when I get there, I like to just enjoy myself. We would go out on a boat. She got to go parasailing. It's not like I don't do anything. It's just that I don't want to be running 100 miles an hour like I do when I'm here in my home or at work or wherever I'm at back here where I live in the U.S. I love to do that. I love to work like that. But then again, there's times I just love to sit and do nothing, just to relax and enjoy company of someone, a beautiful woman that's with me. So it's very important the kind of girl that you decide to be, if you want to be steady, or if you want a girl to be in your intimate circle. You need to be very careful about the kind of people, including friends, that you let into your intimate circle. Are they building you up? Are they encouraging you? Are they dragging you down and sucking the energy out of you? Now, these people they call them energy vampires. They don't do this on purpose. It's just the lifestyle they have lived. Many of them have lived a lifestyle of crisis and one tragedy after another, and they don't know how to be still. They don't know how to enjoy peace and quiet. So remember that when you're vetting a girl for a long-term relationship or someone you're going to be seeing on a steady basis. These types of girls are fun. They're okay to go out with and party with or spend the weekend with or whatever. But as far as letting them into your intimate circle, it's not going to be good. It's going to drag energy out of you that you need for your purpose and your mission and your goals in life. All right? Hope this has helped you, and share it with a friend. If you'd like to get my help personally, Mark's Inspirational Guidance at gmail.com. Have a great day.